Hey guys, what is up? Bob here. Today we are doing another Pokemon opening. We are doing the Legacy Evolution Crobat pin box thing. So my friend Otto got this for me as a late birthday present, and it's got a lot of stuff in it. There's 5 packs and then a bunch of promo cards. So we're going to go through everything. A lot of these are reprints. He really wanted me to have this Steelix, apparently. And of course, he knows I love these pins. So we're going to be opening this. We're going to see what I get. So I'm going to see if we can tear it open here. It was already kind of bent down, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we'll get something cool. It'll be a neat video for the for Otto to watch. I know he likes watching these. So, okay, so here's the pin. That's the big thing. And there are some promos in here. Whoop! Let me just knock the camera real quick. Okay, let's see if that'll pop open. There we go. Okay. Vacuum sealed. I think it's just... Is this actually sealed? Or is it just stuck like that? Okay, there we go. We got it. We did it. So, let's check out this pin. So, Crobat's one of my favorites. That is an awesome pin. I'm going to see if I can get it into focus. Sort of. It looks awesome in person and stuff. Just like, it's a pretty small pin compared to a lot of the other ones. But it looks really, really cool. So I'm definitely going to wear this to Yu-Gi-Oh! On Saturday. Put that off to the side. And then, let's see. So I guess we'll just pull all the packs off to the side. What do we got? Yeah, I didn't even look. So we got Steam Siege, Evolutions, Sun and Moon. Okay, so 1 Sun and Moon, 2 Evolution, and 2 Steam Siege. So we'll do, I guess, the Evolutions first. Because that's got the retro stuff. That looks cool. Anyways, and let's check out these promos. So, let's see. Well, I guess we'll start out with the Crobat. And then we'll work our way over. And last we'll do the Steelix. So, Crobat. It's got, what does it say? Surprise Bite. Sorry, it was really tough to read. It looks clearer through the viewfinder than it does for the, Anyway, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and then Skill Dive, 1 energy. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So, it's pretty weak in terms of its attack, but what it lets you do, it goes with the other Zubat and Golbats that it puts damage counters on stuff, so it's pretty good. Next up, we've got Slowking. With Royal Flash, once during your turn before you attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of his or her benched Pokemon. And then Psych Up. 40 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Psych Up attack does 40 more damage. So it can do some damage, and it's got some good health. 100. Next up, we got Blissey with Tender Vengeance. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 damage times the number of damage counters on each of your benched Pokemon. So if you got, a damaged up bench, you can do a lot of damage. And then Charge Dash, 60, and you may do 20 more damage if you do, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Okay. Next up, we've got a Blossom. It's a nice looking card. Windmill, 20 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. So it's basically like a U-turn. And then Flower Tornado. Move as many, it does 60 damage and move as many grass energy attached to your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you'd like. So neat. Then Politoed with King's Song. Ignore all energy, colorless energy in the attack cost of each of your Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath's attacks. And then Hyper Voice, 70 damage. So this is more or less just like a support guy for Poliwrath and their evolutionary line. Card looks awesome, though. Just how, the nature of that color. It looks great. And then we've got Steelix EX. So this is the one that Otto really wanted me to have. So he's got 2 moves. Wild Edge, 80 damage, and you may do 50 more damage if you do. This Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Very, very doable. That's A-okay with me. And it does 120 if you do that, so... And then Iron Tail, 100 damage, and flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 100 damage times the number of heads. So if you put like a lucky coin or whatever it is on this guy, you basically are just going to Oko everything. That is freaking rad. Does take a lot of energy to set up, but that's awesome. So let's go ahead and check out what we get in these packs. And we've got a lot of packs to go through. So this is the one that I can never count right with, apparently. So I'm going to try to see if, like, what way the code thing is facing. Okay, so it's facing that way. So what we want to do, slide her out like that, and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. So first off, we've got a Rattata. Mischievous Fang. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon and bite for 10 damage. Weedle. Poison Sting, 10 damage, and flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Voltorb. Continuous Tumble, 10 damage, and flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. Poliwag. Water Gun, 30 damage. Ghastly, Little Grudge. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack, you may discard an energy attached to the attacking Pokemon. And Nightmare, 20 damage, and flip a flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. We get Energy Retrieval. Put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Nidorino. Horn Attack and Fury Attack. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 30 damage times the number of heads. Double Colorless Energy. Whoa, we got a Ninetales Break. And I miscounted, of course. So let's see what Ninetales Break does. Explosive Fireball, 10 damage, and discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for each energy card discarded this way. Very cool. So this is actually really good because if you have that fire, like the special energy, it just reattaches itself. So, nifty. And Dugtrio. So Dugtrio has Slash and Earthquake. This attack does 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon to apply weakness and resistances. That's kind of gross, but whatever. That is awesome. So we got a Ninetales. Very cool. Ninetales Break. I haven't actually gotten a Break Pokemon in a while, so it's kind of cool to get one. Let's see. Let's do this next Evolutions pack. Let's see what we get out of this one. Maybe. If I can open it properly. Ah! There we go. Just about got it. So I think I saw a Magikarp there. Which is, that's something. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Magikarp. And he's got Flail. This attack does 10 damage times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. That would be good if he had more than 38 hit points. But Weedle, we already saw this one. Electabuzz. Oh, I've always liked this artwork. Very cool. I actually have the original one of this. Thundershock. 10 damage. Flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. And Thunder Punch. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 10 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Next, we got a Drowsy. Pound and Confuse Ray. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Staryu with Quick Blow. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 10 more damage. We've got a Slowbro Spirit Link. We've got a Kakuna. Stiffen. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 40. And Poison Powder, 20 damage, and flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Another Energy Retrieval. What? We got another break? Nidoking Break. Oh gosh, what's this guy do? Toxic Drill. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 2 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. Very cool. That's 120 damage for 3 energies. That's pretty solid. And we got a Beedrill. Poison Sting, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And Swarming Sting. This attack does 40 damage times the number of benched Pokemon you have in play to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, sweet. So you can hit any of them. Very cool. Okay, so that's that pack down. We've got 2 break cards so far. That's pretty rad. Okay, let's see what's in the Steam Siege pack. And I'll have to check what way the little code thing is facing. I don't want to reveal these in the in the video by accident, just because I like to put them on Twitter and just see who gets it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's see what Steam Siege will give us. Oh, we got a Fungus. I like Fungus. Anyways, play ball. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put 3 Pokeball cards from your discard pile into your hand. That actually seems really good. Next up, and Ram, 10 damage. We got a Rufflet, Reckless Charge, 20 damage, and this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Litleo with... Oh wait, let's not drop it on that. Litleo with Lunge. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Meryl, Bubble Drain. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. Ponyta, Returning Flames. Put 2 Fire Energy cards from your discard pile into your hand and Live Coal, 10 damage. Gardevoir, Spirit Link. Nuzleaf. Harden during your opponent's next turn if this Pokemon would be damaged by an attack. Prevent that attack's damage done to this Pokemon if that damage is 60 or less. And Razor Leaf for 20 damage. Claw Fossil Arnorith. Reverse Hollow Howlucha with Sudden Cyclone. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. And Acrobatics, 20 damage, and flip 2 coins if this attack does 20 more damage for each heads. And Spiritomb. Ah, it looks so cool. It looks like anime art. So he's got Nightmare, 10 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Not optional. Very cool. And Damage Play. Move as many damage counters on your opponent's benched Pokemon as you like to any of your opponent's other benched Pokemon, or any of your opponent's other Pokemon in any way you like. Huh. So you can really mess with them if you do that. Very cool. Next up, another Steam Siege pack. Let's see now. Yeah, I like that Spiritomb. I have a Dark deck, so I might actually make some use of that. Although, I don't really have anybody to play against. But I actually did have a challenge from Otto that we might end up doing. I'd record it. It'd be pretty cool. I think it'll be cool anyway. Let's see if I can open this thing. There we go. I got it out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's see what we got out of this one. So we got a Fletchling with Peck. A Hoppip with Splash, and I love that artwork. Sneasel. Nyanroll. Flip a coin if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Mantine with Healing Wave. Discard as many cards as you like from your hand. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon for each card you discarded this way. And Dwindling Wave. This attack does 90 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. That's kind of awful, but that art is awesome looking. Next up, Mankey with Focus Energy. During your next turn, this Pokemon's flop attack's damage is 50, and flop for 10, or 50. Armor Fossil Shieldon, so that lets you do Shieldon stuff. Nuzleaf, we've seen this one already. Pokemon Ranger, remove all effects of attacks on each player and his or her Pokemon. Reverse Hollow Meowth with Stall. You can use this attack only if you go second, and only on your first turn. Discard an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, and scratch 20. And we got a Pyroar. So this will go with our other guy. Let's see what it does. So he's got Flame Charge, 60 damage, and search your deck for a Fire Energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterwards. And Incinerate. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon Tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Neat. That actually seems like it would be pretty good. Okay, guys, last pack, and it is a Sun and Moon pack. Let's see what we got. Maybe. Let's see. Come on. Open Sesame. There we go, we got it. And... okay. You didn't see that. You didn't see it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here we go. We got a Litten with Bite and Flare. We got a Stuffle with Tackle. We've got an Eevee with Energy Evolution. This is a really good Eevee. Okay, so when you attach a basic energy card from your hand to this Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon that is the same type as that energy card and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome ability. And he's also got Quick Draw, flip a coin if heads draw a card. Very cool. So we got a Dupiter, with Bubble. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. We got a Poliwag with Water Gun and Hydro Pump. This attack does 10 more damage for times the number of water energy attached to this Pokemon. Hariyama. I feel like I counted this wrong, but whatever. Push out. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. And Megaton Slap Punch. That's a lot of damage. Professor Kukui. Draw 2 cards during this turn. Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's pretty good. Energy Switch. Move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another one. Golbat with Super Poison Breath. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And Acrobatics. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 more damage for each heads. A Crabominable. Oh yeah, that's our rare, actually. So I feel like the next thing is going to be like super disappointing. But Avalanche, 80 damage. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. An Ice Hammer, 140 damage. And a Water Energy. So guys, that is what we got out of this Crobat pin pack blister thing. No, it's not a blister. It's just a pack. Or, box set. But anyway, that is the Crobat. And it's awesome looking. I think this thing is awesome. So, like I said, I'm going to be putting this on my hat. And hope you guys enjoyed all of these openings. Feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want to, make a play for these codes, those sweet, sweet codes. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So thank my friend Otto. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Later.